You're lucky he wants you alive.
Which one? Thrive.
You out of your mind?
Taylor Sheridan is expanding the Dutton family story once again with 1944, and honestly, I couldn't be more excited. I know, we still have 1923 Season 2 to be completed, but let's be honest, weeks go by so fast and I'm already nervous about losing this series. I mean, as Yellowstone fans, we deserve a Yellowstone run without any breaks, back to back. Thus, knowing that 1944 is waiting for us at the end of the tunnel is simply ensuring. So let's talk about what awaits us in 1944 and what to expect from the brand new Yellowstone prequel series and which 1923 characters are revealed to be star in it. From what I've gathered, 1944 is going to dive deep into how the war reshaped life on the ranch and in Montana. We're talking about labor shortages because so many men were off fighting, government pressure to increase cattle production for the war effort, and the social changes that came with women stepping into more active roles on the ranch. Sheridan has always been so good at showing how every generation of the Dutton family faces its own unique challenges while fighting to hold onto the land. In 1883, it was the brutality of the frontier. In 1923, it was the aftermath of World War I, the Great Depression, and Prohibition. Now, with 1944, it's the direct impact of a global war, and the stakes are even higher this time because World War II didn't just affect the ranch, it affected every aspect of life. I can already see the government breathing down the Duttons' necks, demanding more cattle for the war effort while providing fewer resources to keep the ranch going. That tension alone feels like it could lead to some major confrontations. If you didn't know, one of the biggest rumors swirling around 1944 is that Matthew McConaughey might be joining the cast. Sheridan has hinted that McConaughey is already locked in for a major role in the Yellowstone universe, and it's starting to feel like 1944 could be the project he's stepping into. Isabel May is also rumored to be part of 1944, which is arguably the more exciting rumor. As many of you know, she played Elsa Dutton in 1883 and has been the narrator for 1923, which makes me wonder if Elsa's presence is going to carry over into the series somehow. Elsa died at the end of 1883, but her influence on the family has always been so strong. Maybe May will return as a narrator again, helping to tie together the different generations of the Dutton family. Or maybe Sheridan has something even more creative in mind, like bringing May back as a new character whose spirit reflects Elsa's legacy. Either way, I love the idea of May continuing to be part of this universe. But let me know what you think. It's hard to imagine how the Duttons are going to balance the pressure of the war with the constant threat of losing their land. Correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, during World War II, the US government increased regulations on cattle ranching and even took control of some land for military purposes. If the Duttons face that kind of threat, it could push them into making some brutal decisions. Another important detail is that Sheridan said 1944 will pick up where 1923 leaves off, but I'm wondering how much of 1923's storylines will carry over, which brings me to the juiciest part of the video. Okay, as many of you know, Spencer is the main character in 1923, but despite that, many of us have predicted for years at this point that he won't survive the series. In fact, it was believed that he and Alexandra will never come back together, and their baby will be raised by Jack and Elizabeth, which automatically led to the assumption that Jack and Elizabeth will be the patriarchs of the family in 1944. Well, this massive reveal that I'm about to talk in a second simply suggests otherwise. The other day, I was scrolling through 1923's IMDb page, random fangirl stuff. And then, when I was checking on the upcoming Season 2, Episode 7, I realized something shocking. In the cast, there was a man who was cast as Spencer, 1969. Yes, you heard it right. Apparently, through foreshadowing, we will get to see not only the fact that Spencer survives this season, but also he lives until 1969. This also means that he will be in 1944 for sure. So do not be surprised to see Matthew being cast as Spencer Dutton in 1944. Plus, I feel like it is clear that in 1923, either Elizabeth or Alexandra will end up dying. And based on what happened so far in the series, honestly, I'll be shocked if Elizabeth survives this season. So, needless to say that Spencer and Alexandra look like they will be the patriarchs in 1944. And yes, they will be the grandparents of John Dutton. Filming for 1944 is expected to start later this year, which means we could be looking at an early 2026 release. probably around January, if Sheridan sticks to the same schedule he's used for previous Yellowstone releases. That means we might get a trailer by fall 2025, which feels so far away. But honestly, it'll be worth the wait if Sheridan delivers another epic chapter of the Dutton story. For more weekly updates on the Yellowstone universe, make sure to like and follow. Watch this video for a detailed look at 1923 Season 2.